So, hey guys, what's up? What's up? You already know it's your favorite auntie. No, just saying. I ain't auntie yet. I ain't auntie yet. Calm down, calm down. But it's your favorite cousin, and I'm back with another video. So, in today's video, we are going to discuss how so many people thought it was over for you, but you are just getting started. In fact, you have your second win. What I mean by this is maybe you have gone through something in life early. A lot of people witness things or go through things in their childhood, early adulthood that they were not mentally ready to handle, right? Even if later on in life, anything tragic, dramatic, no one is, that's not normal life, right? But what I'm saying is a lot of people thought that it was over for you, but God has risen you from the ashes. In fact, he has given you your second wind. Now that you're older, you're more mature, you understand what you've been through, why you have to go through those stages in life in order to become the person that you are today. Listen, if you ask people who have been through something in life and you ask them, would you change anything? A lot of times people will say no, because had I not gone through that, I wouldn't understand the way I understand. I wouldn't have empathy the way I have empathy. I wouldn't love the way I love, right? I wouldn't be in this position in life if I didn't come from poverty. I wouldn't have worked as hard as I needed to build character in order for the next generation or my children to be set up for success how they are. So your second win has come, meaning you have shed the old life that you were born into. Because guess what? You couldn't help that. You couldn't help that. We can't help who our parents is. We can't help what their story is and what they've been through in life. But what we can help is, as we become adults and then we start having children, we can help how their outlook and their future is going to be. And that is why you go so hard. And even if you don't have children, you have people that you love. You have parents that are getting older that you're taking care of them. You have children that's not biologically yours that you are taking care of. Whatever your family dynamic look like, you have things or people that's dependent on you in some type of way. And not even financially, meaning like they are dependent on you to do what you said you're going to do as far as education, starting a business, like being spontaneous, not even financially, but having a sound mind, growing, maturing, and understanding, what you've been through and, being a good example for them. Because a lot of times people don't listen to what you do. They watch what you do. You lead by example. You can't just tell your children, oh, don't do something, and then you turn around and do it. We're not in that generation where do as I say and not as I do. We're not in that generation anymore. It may have worked on us, but these kids are smarter. They're more advanced. They're more, it's a whole different dynamic than our generation and what we grew up with. But I said all that to say this. You have your second win about yourself. You looking good. You feeling better. You may have gone through something in life, but it did not stop you. In fact, it encouraged you. It motivated you to be successful. And that is whatever success looks like for you. Success for me may be financial success. Success for you may be losing weight. It's both for me, but we'll talk about that later. But but no, you know what I'm saying? So whatever you are in your life, because we all are going through this life on different paths and different levels and all that whatnot. So I just don't want to box in success as a specific type of success. So, but yeah, you ready for it. You ready for life. You ready to enjoy life. God has sort of preserved you and, didn't allow you to pop out, meaning didn't allow you to peak until now. And with that being said, maybe you're a little older. You didn't go the traditional way by getting married, getting a college degree, as soon as you finish high school, or you may not have finished high school the traditional way. Maybe you had to go to adult education. Maybe you had to go to an alternative school. Whatever the case may be, now you have grabbed yourself and you have gotten yourself together. You're looking good. You're feeling better. And life is getting better for you. And you're not only mentally mature to handle it now, you're financially mature. You have experience. You know what I'm saying? You have experience behind you. So, that makes it even better, because had you had it in the earlier stages in your life, you probably wouldn't be who you are today. You probably would have mistreated it or misused it or whatever. And a lot of people is looking at you like, wow, I can't believe this. This person is looking better than they did when they were in their 20s, or when they probably knew you, or, maybe you didn't grow up. You didn't blossom for women or men, heck, men too. You didn't blossom or you didn't peak in high school. You did it in the real world. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say congratulations to you. You did not give up regardless of what did or did not happen to you for you. And you have continued to push through regardless of the boundaries that this world placed on you because of your age, because of your status, because you did this or you've been through that. You bypassed all of that. And now you are on a whole nother level, and you don't have anyone to thank but God, because had you not went through what you've been through, then you wouldn't, it's just, you just wouldn't be who you are. And people see that those who talked about you, those who didn't ever think that you were going to come out successful, those who thought you were always going to be dependent on them, those who thought that, your life consumed what they had for you, and they thought, you know what I mean? Like maybe they met you at a time in your life where you weren't the greatest. You were not even at an inch of your peak, and when they somehow separated, when God separated you two, somehow you just blossom and you bloom, and now they have to see like, wow, this person looks good. They have a different mentality, or that their change is something different. They have a glow about them. It's because you got your second wind. You have your second wind. So that just goes to tell you, don't give up on yourself. Trust the process. Times is going to get hard, yes. But if you like me, you grew up in hard times, so that ain't nothing to you, right? You're resilient to it. You can defeat it. You can go through it and walk out on the other side and look better and feel better, because you know how to maneuver through it. And listen, and when God give you the things that you have prayed for and the things that you're going to have that's going to blow your mind, understand that you need to accept it, because a lot of times when you go through your life and you're so it makes you hard to an extent, because you never had, or you had to go that extra mile for everything. Nothing was handed to you. You deserve it. Don't ever think that you do not deserve it. And people gonna be looking at you like you don't deserve it, but you gotta know you deserve it. They're going to be looking at you, why him and not me? Why her and not me? Because you put in that work and you didn't give up. You didn't care about what society said about you. You didn't care about what people think about you or thought about you. You removed yourself from those negative people so that you can think straight, so that you can process and make your next move. And when you go back and you look at all of it, you understand that God did everything for a reason. And now you don't regret the relationships you had to walk away from, the environment you had to walk away from. In fact, now you in a space in your life where, you know, if it's not positive, if it's not bringing you good joy to your life, then you don't even want to dwell in it at all. You don't want to be around it ever. It's not even a part of who you are anymore. So you got your second win. You're looking better. You feeling better. But don't forget, whatever you do, to thank God, because if it was not for him, you would have stayed in that broken, toxic environment. And that's all I have for today. I love you guys. I'm praying for you. I want nothing but the best. I want to hear your stories. I want to hear how you overcame things that people may have counted you out, or heck, you even counted yourself out at some point, but it was God who pushed you through. Thank you. Leave comments. You know, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next video.